Thanks. Hey everyone, Mrs. Roark here, and we also have Miss Patty.
Hey.
Hi. So we are both really excited because number one, we wanted to figure out a way to interact with each other, but we also miss you guys an awful lot. We know this has been a really difficult time to be away from each other. It's hard not to be in school anymore. I know we're getting a little bit weird ourselves. So we wanted to come up with a really cool idea to stay involved with each other, to stimulate conversation and still be together. So we have created, let me get into this. Our WBMS student life. So we have a couple different activities that we'll be going through each week. This is something that's going to be used every year. So you're going to be asked to join a classroom, and then we will be sending out some good stuff every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll go through each of those things here in a little bit. But then we're also going to be able to communicate with you guys as soon as we get information about like next year's schedules and things like that. So any important information that Mrs. Patty and I would be putting out through morning announcements, typically, we're going to be doing it through our Google Classroom. So here's where you need your piece of paper and pencil. These are for your current grades. So go ahead and write this down. So if you're in 5th grade, you'll be in the blue, 6th grade down here, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And now 8th graders, I am sharing this with Mrs. Steidel and Mr. Harris, your school counselors at the high school. So if there's questions for scheduling or anything coming up for high school that you guys need to be getting to, they may be putting in announcements that way as well. So go ahead, Mrs. Patty. We're going to be talking about our first activity starting this Monday.
Yeah, so we've basically broken down the things that we want to do into 3 themes. We'll reach out to you 3 times a week. Monday will be the first day that we do that. So we're going to have this theme of Mindful Mondays. What does that look like? Well, we want you to set your intention. What do you want to accomplish today, this week? This is a great chance for you to kind of map things out. List making, using a calendar, a planner, while we're home during this time is especially important because it's hard to stay motivated when you don't have the structure of the in-person classroom. And so as you're setting your intention, you can share these things in the group discussion. You can bounce ideas off of each other. You can brag a little. This is what I accomplished today. We can praise each other for that. And then Mrs. Roark and I are also going to be sharing with you a new strategy to help deal with stress and isolation. And this will be something you can try at home. So it might be like a guided meditation. It might be some yoga, some sort of deep breathing routine. It'll be something that you can do to kind of learn to kind of center yourself and deal with your stress and anxiety. So that's what Mondays will look like.
Now for Wednesdays, we're going to, it's also important not to just be mindful and be thinking and planful, but to kind of get out there and do something that's stimulating physically as well. So I know I've been trying to go running for like the first time in 10 years with my daughter every morning. So this might be an opportunity for you to kind of talk with your friends, think of different ways you can maybe get outside. I know we can't really be necessarily doing it together, but we can at least come up with some activities and talk about it in our like streaming chats. And also trying something new, maybe get out and try some new recipe or try yoga for the first time. There's some great drum videos that we might be sending out to you guys as well. Mrs. Patty, anything else?
Hiking, taking a journal with you when you hike, writing things down that you see and observe. There's so much potential here. So we'll give you some ideas, but start thinking about some things that you can do too.
Mm-hmm. And Pay It Forward Fridays. Guys, when we are isolated or feeling depressed or stressed, the best way to cope with sadness and stress is to do something for others. There's so many things going on right now that we just are not in control of, and that can be really scary. But one thing that you absolutely can control is by paying it forward. So doing something nice for others. For example, I know my son's in first grade, and one of my friends who also has a first grader, they're doing their readathon right now, and they're supposed to be collecting money for, different school supplies. Well, school's not in session. And so they've decided that whatever money they're collecting for the readathon, they're going to be donating to the local soup kitchen to provide meals for those who are having a difficult time. So we have all different kinds. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things out there. We are looking to you guys to brainstorm and inspire each other to do really awesome things, whether it's through online or whether you're donating meals or sending notes and letters. I'm sure there's lots of different things that we can be doing. So we're going to be looking for you guys to share those ideas, brag about it a little bit, send a picture, write a story. So those are going to be on Fridays. We'll be looking for that kind of discussion. More than anything, though, we want you guys to remember that we are still here. So know that you can still get a hold of us. Remember on the website, so on the WBMS website, if you click under Fowler's face, you see our faces. If you want to talk to a school counselor, this goes directly to to myself and Mrs. Patty, and you just fill it out. This is a great way to get in touch with us right away. Just because we're not in our offices doesn't mean that we still can't communicate with you guys. The other thing is too, like I said, here is a sample of, you guys are very familiar with Google Classrooms. We have it posted here as well. So if you need to get a hold of us, that's a great way to do that. We can email, we can video chat, whatever works best for you. But we are still here, and that's important because this is a really stressful time, and we're still going to be challenging you guys to look out for each other. So check in with yourself and check in with your friends. So if you're worried about, your mental health or safety, or the mental health and safety of someone else, you need to speak up. So we know that there's a lot of interaction going on with social media right now. If someone is saying something, or if you're even worried about, your friend not having access to food, or that you're worried about their well-being, maybe their parents lost their jobs and they need help getting connected with resources, we can definitely help navigate those things. That's not something you need to do on your own. So please reach out to us. That's exactly what we're still here for. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and post it to your classroom. So again, here, like if you wanted to go on your Google Classroom, if you have questions, you can put it in Stream. You can message us directly through our email right here. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys, think of anything else that you need, please reach out to us. We're excited to see you guys again. Anything else, Mrs. Patty?
I miss you guys terribly, but I'm really excited to see how this classroom works and to start interacting again. And just holler, like we're here to help however we can. Nothing's changed.
All right. Well, hope you guys are staying safe and sane, and we'll be hearing from you soon. Bye.